Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of the Cartridge and Disc Podcast. This is your Gen X Gamer here. Wow, and this is hot news for the Amico. For those of us who have been following it, let's hear those veins. Oh yeah, I'm ready for another hit. Another booster shot of the Amico. Well, guys, in this new video that I posted up a link to the video, guys, in the community tab. Basically, what you have here is one Mr. William Mueller, and he's actually making the announcement that there are new Amico consoles coming out through BBG Entertainment. And he made a powerful statement that just blindsided pretty much the entire community. Nobody knew what was going on. So let's just read it here. This is straight from the transcript of the video, okay? William Mueller says, Stephen Barron's and the president of BBJ, okay, and he owns the rights to Boulder Dash, and I introduced them to Intellivision Entertainment. Yeah, you know, they are the ones, the infamous Amico people, and we know where that went, and it's a touchy subject, yes, for sure, but that didn't work out the way we all wanted to. Yep, however, because of that, BBG Entertainment now owns the rights to all classic, listen to that, all classic Intellivision games, which includes Shark, Astro Smash, and all the original Intellivision titles, Checkers, Baseball. And he reiterates, yes, all of them. He has full rights to make a console. So that is way above and beyond, and I even made a post tagging BBG Entertainment and Intellivision, so maybe they want to clarify, or at least they're aware, so somebody out there makes a statement regarding this stuff. This is absolutely nuts, guys. Absolutely nuts. Number one, because it blindsided a lot of people, specifically the quote-unquote supporters, and these other consoles are being tested. So much for the test, huh? So much for everything else. But it's just like everything else in this crazy story of the Amico. And this is something they, if you bought the rights for a company like this is what you should have done in the beginning. If Tallarico wanted to make some money and make his money real quick, if he would have done this back when he purchased the rights, he would have saved himself a lot of headaches. But now the company's doing it. So if these guys are claiming they have all this, and that's just a claim right now. I haven't seen the documents, right? But for this gentleman who has a track record, I'm speaking about Mr. Mueller, who is head of Electronite, I believe is the company's name, and they put out video games, so he knows, how to produce items, right? He knows how to produce products. In the homebrew community, he's well known. If he's saying these things, it's because he's got a basis to say them. Now, until I see pen to paper, I don't like running with this stuff. But I think that somebody else making these announcements and not the company, it's not a really good thing, right? All the people that are supporting still they're finding 1,000 ways why and how the Amico will be made, and now Amico Home. Just kind of have to read between the lines here and say, okay, well, probably Amico Home is just going to be the cell phones, which is the cheapest thing to make, which will give you a quick profit. And everything else probably is going to go to BBG Entertainment. Who knows what they paid for this? This was part of a fire sale, it looks like to me, if I had to guess, which means they're liquidating everything. Good. If you're an investor, it's not looking good. I think Sudesh got his money. But in order to do that, they had to liquidate everything. This does not look good. I mean, if this is true, guys, this is the death of the Amico. Because why would you have now 3 competing consoles? Because of what they said. If I read it correctly, you're going to have an FPGA, right? And then you're going to have an emulation type console. Maybe a mini, if you will. But they're talking about Intellivision 3. And if you're a true fan of Intellivision, if you're a fan of the original brand, this is great news, right? And in the new Intellivision Entertainment, quote unquote, there was always two factions in that community, which were the original Intellivision fans, which I'm part of, and the Tommy Tallarico fans, let's just face it. And a lot of the original Intellivision fans, we became detractors because the company was going somewhere completely different than what was sold at first with this console. And it looks like by this proposition, they really want to get it to its base. They want to get it back to the people who love Intellivision, who would buy these games, who are interested in the legacy content. Maybe some new content, right? But mostly in the legacy content. Now they're talking about making the FPGA compatible also with Atari and ColecoVision. That would be just amazing. I mean, these are the type of things that the original fans wanted. We wanted an SD card. We wanted HDMI. And they're talking about a lot of those things, which is great, right? But this is really early in the process. As we know, these projects, when they start off, they tell you a million different things that could possibly be. But once you get into production and once you're looking at the cost, sometimes things change. But at least I think based on what I've heard and what I've heard and the track record of who's speaking now, we should be hopeful that we'd get an emulation console at least. And now we're going to get some real physical media, not physical products, physical media. But you guys tell me. I mean, I think if you're a backer of this company, if you've been a backer of Intellivision Entertainment and to this point, there's not many left, but you should be feeling like not well. Let's just say that, because this is a complete disrespect. If you are, behind this company, still supporting it, still testing it, still doing all these things, they should have contacted you first. The company should have made these announcements, not a third party. They should have let you know so at least the supporters could save a little bit of face. Because now, it looks like Intellivision Entertainment really has just completely abandoned ship. They've sold everything off, if this is true. They don't care really about updating anybody. I mean, this is something that Phil Adams should have announced first and given a heads up to all the supporters, to all the people that are testing the console. I mean, what is anybody going to say now? I have no faith in Intellivision anymore, in Intellivision Entertainment. Do I think these gentlemen are speaking the truth? Yeah, I don't think they would have made a video of this kind. But, I really would like to see the documents of BBG Entertainment of them having the rights to make consoles. If they sold that, well, goodbye Intellivision Amico, because there is no reason for it to come out. These guys can make consoles in a different design and a much better price point and put it out to market independently without the help of anyone. They don't have to pay reback loans or anything like that. So if any Intellivision product comes out, it's going to be through them. I would like to know what the contract is to see if, the principals of the company, say Tommy Tallarico or, anybody in the board, is going to be in a profit sharing, if you will, of these new products. But everything's up in the air right now. But at least we know that there's a possibility of some Intellivision products coming out. Well, guys, I just gave you a real quick hit here. I'm just reacting in my break, giving you this information, giving you my opinion. I'll probably have more on this as I learn, but thank you so much for joining me. Let's hit those veins and let's hope that we get some Intellivision products out soon, some Intellivision consoles. I really like the stuff that we're talking about Intellivision 3, about having different controllers, having a mini, I hope. I mean, that would be the crown jewel for me. If I could have a mini, that would be choice number one for me. An Intellivision mini with a wood grain. Oh, I'm ready for some wood grain. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening to my show. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe and hit that smash button for me. Smash the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.